that's when you can see the generosity in me. Like I'm like, and that could be a fault of mine also, but I sit and really champion that and preach that. I still love them though. They're good dudes, but sometimes good dudes do not so good shit. And just because you're nice lyrically doesn't make you nice as a businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's not a crime. It's just like reality. You know what I'm saying?
It takes time to learn also, man.
Right. And unfortunately, I was the person that they had to learn on.
Mm-hmm.
And after me, nobody was ever put out from that imprint.
Morals in business and morals in personal is two separate sets of morals.
Right.
Which is super unfortunate, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
We make spilling over into each other though.
Constantly, but that's when the messy shit kinks. That's when it starts getting messy because you expect me to do X, Y, Z as your man. Right. As your boy, you expect me to do X, Y, and Z.
But it don't make sense.
A, B, and C, none of that shit makes sense. The thing you want me to do, A, B, and C, yo, you're gonna bankrupt me, bro, and you don't even see it. And I have no guarantee that X, Y, and Z is gonna pay off, except for family. That's the only ROI I got is that you my man, and this is something that you think I should do. And A, B, and C says, bruh, your accountant will murder you if he finds out you spent this to do that on that.
I'm gonna tell you something real, man.
Gets messy.
Now, let's be 1,000% transparent here. During the early 2000s, it was like 3 to 4 major crews that were like, I'm not gonna say like running the whole mixtape circuit, but were running the mixtape circuit.
Right.
You had D Block, Dipset, G Unit, and State Prop. You feel me? Niggas was killing the mixtape.
Yeah.
Everyone from each of those entities, as far as artists, dropped the solo project. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about everybody.
Right.
Dipset, like all these people. And now, in our eyes, and this is how we were viewing things, I'm talking about internally. Like they was telling me, listen, Banks is your competition. Jewels is your competition. You want me to compete with these guys that are being set up properly, not only monetarily, but these niggas are coming out with retail product. I can't compete with these niggas. I could try to rap and make it sound good and try to rap with these niggas, but first of all, financially, I'm nowhere near these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I can rap all day, but me knowing the truth within myself, I know I ain't nowhere near these niggas, but I'm trying to make our imprint look good. So I'm like, listen, man, put me in a position where I'm actually in the position to really say something to these niggas. And me and Sheek was about to get in a fight one time in the studio because of that.
You gonna get in a fight with Sheek?
It's me, Sheek, Super Mario, my former manager.
My guy.
Listen,
not a good idea.
Listen, my former manager and like Pete, we all sitting down, we're having the same discussion.
Right.
He's like, listen, Jewels is your competition. I'm like, nigga, Jewels is your competition. I said, nigga, that nigga is the vice president of Dipset. I'm just an artist over here, which means I have no say-so. Like, I have no power, my nigga. If you empower me and give me the proper position for co-founding this, nigga, it'll be different. But as of right now, I'm just an artist. Man, that label shit don't mean nothing. Like, they could call him the vice president. That shit don't really mean nothing. I'm like, actually, it does. When that check come in, it's going to be a different type of check. Right. So that's your competition, my nigga. And he wasn't really feeling that.
He wasn't feeling it.
So after a while, he was just like, listen, man, he kind of made it about the way I was saying it. He like, so what you saying, though? I'm like, what you mean what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? He like, I'm saying, like, you saying that like you want to fight or something. I'm like, this nigga trying to thug me, my nigga. I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, yo, man. I'm looking at my old manager.
She pull that old Brooklyn shit on you.
Yeah, he pulled some Brooklyn shit on me.
He's like, I'm saying, why you saying it like that, nigga?
Yeah. I'm looking around, man.
Why your chest poking out, my
this
nigga?
This nigga trying to thug me in here, man. I looked at Super, man. I'm like, that nigga's gonna let this nigga talk to me like this in here, man? Are we supposed to be speaking civilly about some business?
Right.
He like, nah, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why I'm saying like, you saying like you want to fight?
I gotta ask you, Hood. Did your head get too big after a while?
No.
Keep it 100,
no,
man.
I'm keeping it a whole 1,000. I'm keeping it 1,000, man.
Keeping it 1,000.
1,000.
You got a smirk on your face.
I'm smirking because I can't really say
it. I was in there like, I'm the best nigga in the group anyway.
No, I
you ain't nothing about
I was never on no Eddie Kane shit. I was never Eddie Kane.
Right.
I was never on that.
You was never on that.
I was never on that. All
right, cool.
Yeah, so he like, nigga, you just saying it like you want to fight. I'm looking at him like he just ate drunk a milkshake with some alka-seltzer in it or something. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Yeah. Fight you? I'm like, nah, man. So I got up. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here, man, because now nobody's saying nothing. Y'all just letting this nigga say whatever you want.
Right.
I got up and was walking towards the door, and SP grabbed me. He like, man, just finish the meeting, bro. I'm like, man, y'all niggas letting this nigga talk like this? He like, just finish the meeting. Sat down, and we finished the meeting, but that topic was kind of like, it didn't sit well with him.
What made you think they was your friends?
Because I was around them, I'm not gonna say friends. They was just like big brother figures. You know what I mean?
What made you think they was your big brothers?
Because they were people that I would say I admired. I was around them since I was 13 years old. So if you're around somebody from 13 to 14 years old at that age, and they're the people that you view are seen as the most successful people that you ever seen in the field that you're trying to enter, and they're doing certain things for you. They're giving you clothes, buying you things, like letting you be around them. School
you and him
certain
as
things.
brothers, right?
Yeah.
Would y'all have any relationship with like what you describing?
Oh no, our shit is nothing like that.
But that,
Because
but
we
y'all,
learned-
but y'all are brothers.
Yeah, we
so.
learned from that anyway. But like it wouldn't be like that. Period. But
Right.
he was around for all this. Like he
No,
was,
what I'm making a
what
point
Billy's saying.
is that
Is
you and him are brothers.
Yeah.
The relationship you share, how could they be your brothers if y'all don't share the same relationship? Because what I want for my brother wants for me.
that's the ideal ideology that a brother really supposed to have. Like, you know
That's a real brother.
yeah.
Anything else wouldn't be a real brother. When we say friends, and I just keep hearing you say they're your friends, they're your brothers, and I don't know the situation, but my friends, my brothers,
Wouldn't do that.
we don't even, yeah.
So it's safe to say maybe
Same.
that maybe the mentality that I had at the time.
It could have been just
wasn't-
business.
You're a kid,
Yeah.
bro.
It could have just been
You're a
business.
kid.
Could have been business.
Everything
Could have
we
just all
talk
been
about,
business.
everything. He's absolutely. You're a kid. You're a kid. You
Right.
are a kid. We keep skipping over that. You had a lot of
Word.
responsibility.
put the
I'm
word
putting
on it.
because I'm putting myself in the time frame we're discussing.
Right.
He's a kid, bro.
He was a
He's
kid, child.
What else would you see
Sad
it like?
Nah, as you say that too, we was speeding, and it was
Yeah.
so much going on at the
Sad
time.
shit.
It was so much going on at that moment, so much
Yeah.
to
Facts.
the point that he got frustrated, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga, slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he like, fuck it. The HUD had this mentality, fuck that.
Oh yeah, when shit was going down, he actually told me to, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I don't know if we want to go at these niggas. I'm like, listen, I hear you, but bro, these niggas trying to punk me, my nigga. Like straight up, my nigga, and I ain't letting
Thoughts
So-
of a kid.
So it was. Do you feel like
It was me trying to poke my
bro.
chest out more so. That
Yeah.
was what it was at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, no,
Yeah.
these niggas put me in a
Nah,
corner.
nah,
And I got this from
I
these
hear
niggas
what-
though.
I hear what y'all saying, but at the end of the day, if somebody sits across from me and say, "Yo, yeah, I'm hoping that 60,000 help you out,"
Yeah, that.
that's the part that I can't get
I
back.
can't.
Facts,
Me
man.
either.
That's the part that's just gonna replay in my head all
Over and
day.
over.
I'm stuck right there.
Here's the
No.
thing: no one is asking anyone to move past that part.
Yeah,
nothing
keep
nothing
revisiting
I'm
right
saying
there.
means ignore $60,000 from Alan Grumblatt that was supposed to go
Go to
directly to
you.
you that you ended up paying taxes for after the fact. Like,
Yeah.
That's criminal.
Did you ever mention that to them? Did y'all
No,
ever
he
talk
said
about
No,
that?
he said no.
He never spoke to them
But
about
why?
that.
Why? Why did you? Why?
because he said it wasn't the first time it happened.
Yeah, it was a bunch of stuff that I was like, you know what? This didn't happen, this happened, this didn't happen. I'm like, there's just a lot of shit.
And on top of that, niggas supposed to have another meeting. He was actually supposed to have another meeting, go sit down.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we didn't even get into that. So when I first decided that I wanted out, right? What happened was I had went to the parking lot. We all hang out at the parking lot. I went with a couple of my guys. I had like 3 people with me. And we went with a cameraman. We jumped out. We had like a Suburban. We jumped out of the joint. Everybody, it's like 2 parts of the parking lot. We on one side of the parking lot. They on the other side of the parking lot. Sheek and them. So I'm like probably like 30 feet away from them. But I'm not thinking nothing because I'm like, you know what? As soon as we got out the truck, I didn't immediately go over there to them because we were smoking. I'm like, let's finish this little clip. Then we go walk over and greet the homies and shit. Smoking for like 5 minutes. As I'm walking over there, I start seeing like people whispering and Sheek on the call. Like, so the niggas I'm with, they're like, yo, why these niggas acting like that? What the fuck going on? And what people don't know is like me and Sheek, we would like take off breaks from each other sporadically throughout this whole shit because just like, and I have to use this term, brothers fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
especially younger brothers and big brothers. Like, it's a common thing. It happens like regularly. So
Absolutely.
we would disagree, and I would like not come to the studio for weeks and end up coming back, and he'd be like, you know what? I respect you coming back, and I respect your view on things because like regardless of what happens, you always have that same view. Like, nah, we got to work this out. We got to make it happen. You're like, nah, I respect you for that.
Right.
Because that was always my thing. Like I said, I was a team player. So when I seen Luz doing all that and people acting crazy, and then we seen Chet come over, and then my old manager came over. He like, yo, why you ain't say it was you? I'm like, why ain't say it was me? I'm like, who the fuck else would jump out with a cameraman with a D-block chain on? I'm like, come on, what type of shit y'all want?
Right.
As soon as he said that, it made me uncomfortable. I'm like, you know what, matter of fact, yo, we out of here, man. We jumped in the truck and we bounced. And then I end up going to the lab. And when I got to the lab, you know, they got a camera. Like, so, like if you've never been to the lab, it's crazy to explain. It's like in a industrial area. You walk up the stairs. Before you even enter the door, it's a camera there. So they have to unlock this door, walk you to the next door, unlock that door, and unlock the next door.
Right.
So the camera, they see me. I'm knocking on the door, nobody answered the door. I'm calling my old manager, nobody picking up. I call Sheek, nobody picking up. But I see niggas' cars outside. So I'm standing out there for like 20 minutes, nobody pick up, and I'm calling. I'm like, okay, niggas on some other shit. So, not to throw Big Mike in this shit, throw him in the fire, but my nigga, I fuck with you, but you already know what it is. The nigga, I go down, we leaving, the nigga Big Mike coming up the stairs, and at this time, I kind of like had some shit going with Big Mike because of some shit that was going on. I found out that he was hitting Luch off for money for mixtapes that we was doing with him, and he wasn't hitting me off, so I had some shit going with him. I'm like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I told him before that, I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect, but Mike know what it is. I told Mike he can't come to Yonkers no more, straight up. And he had told these niggas, like, yo, talk to him, because this nigga wildin' and all that. So I seen him, I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. We ain't gonna talk about that right now. I just let that nigga walk past me, and I just went downstairs. And I came back to the lab like 2 days later, and I told P, I'm like, listen, P, I wanna talk to you. He's like, all right, come in. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't wanna come in the lab. He's like, stop acting like that. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't wanna come in there, because I know at the end of the day, it's Sheek's lab. So I'm like, I don't wanna come in there. He's like, yo, stop acting like that, come in. I came in, I'm like, yo, P, I ain't gonna lie, I love you, my nigga. Like, I appreciate everything that niggas did for me. Like, trust me, I sincerely do. But I want off. I want no affiliation. I just want to be able to do my thing, and that's it. You know what I mean? Please respect that. And he like, listen, you ain't gotta say nothing to me. I already know what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you ain't gotta tell me. I already know. You good. He like, just give me a few hours already thing and get it taken care of for you. I'm like, cool. All right, so now in this situation, maybe I was impatient. Maybe I wasn't. Who knows? But after I explain it to you, it's for you to determine. So a week passed. Now, I don't care from in a week. Only thing he has to do is call Sheek, draw some paperwork, and release me from the label. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Week passed. I don't hear from him. I called him just to remind him, like, yo, don't forget about me. All right, cool. Another week passed. I don't hear from him. I had to reach out to him again. Yo, bro, don't forget about me. Like, get that done for me. All right, cool. Another week passed. I don't hear from him. I let it rock. Another week passed. Don't hear from him. I hit him. Yo, bro, what's going on? Yo, nah, man. Sheek's deal. He deals with the D-Block lawyer. He got to deal with it. I'm gonna tell him, and he gonna do it. I'm like, all right, cool. End of the day, a whole month passed. Mm-hmm. Month and a half passed. And now at this point, I'm feeling like they dicking me around. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, dog, y'all playing with me. It's different labels that's interested in giving me a bag. They trying to sign me, but I can't do nothing because y'all won't let me out of this contract. So I kept hitting him.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, and he changed the number on me. I'm like, the number ain't the same. I'm like, this shit crazy. What the fuck going on?
Who changed the number on you?
SP.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.